there are some massive changes being made to Dark Dimension 8, and I wanted to make sure to get this video out so that it was very clear to you, because it's going to be in-game this Monday. This coming Monday, if you're watching this in real time, this Monday, you're going to be able to go get Odin. If you've got around 6 million purple ions, either hoarded or already spent, then you can start racing for Odin. All right, what am I talking about? Well, this is the blog that came out yesterday as I'm recording this, 2 days ago as you're watching this, if you're watching this on the day it's posted, where they're giving us some more information about Dark Dimension 8. Now, I've been changing my plan for Dark Dimension 8 like every day as new information comes out, as new thoughts occur to me. It's still roughly the same, but we're going to be getting into my detailed Dark Dimension 8 plan as of today, as of the massive changes, as of the latest updates. So let's talk about this for a little bit now. They are announcing that it's going to launch on Monday. So I will probably, I'll probably be able to actually start Dark Dimension 8 the day that it starts. I haven't even beat Dark Dimension 7, but it looks like they've designed this to allow players like myself to get into it day one. So that's pretty cool. I imagine I'll put a video out so you can see my experience. You can see my plan in action. So make sure you like and subscribe. Get ready for that. And they're letting us know you don't need to complete any of the other previous Dark Dimensions to enter Dark Dimension 8. No one's required. But they strongly recommend that you use Mephisto and Super Scroll. So, I mean, they're just telling you flat out, you need Mephisto and Super Scroll to beat this the way it's designed. It's not designed to beat this without Mephisto and Super Scroll. So we might need to account for that in our plan. 5 characters for each mission. And they each need to have level 3 purple isotope 8. And now this is the order as of now. Now this is the massive change. This is the biggest change that they've mentioned. There's another one too, but this is the big one. Is that they're changing the order from what they've kind of alluded to before. They never firmly said that this is the order, but for the longest time, it's been City Villain first. So a lot of us have been reacting on that early speculation that City Villain would be first, but it is second. City Hero is first. Now, I don't know, man. I don't trust any of this. Subject to change, right? But this is our best information. This has been confirmed by Envoy, so I hear. I don't really care anymore. But City Hero, City Villain, because they lie, you know. Like, they lie to the envoys, not that the envoys. Some of the envoys lie. Mr. Hartgrave doesn't lie. I guess maybe that's why I'm not an envoy anymore. I don't like lies. So City Hero, City Villain, City Global Hero, Global Villain, Cosmic or Legendary. Okay. Apocalypse, Doom, Ultron can be used in Global Villain nodes, and they're making it very clear. Mephisto, Super Scroll, Dormammu, Ultimus, and Kestrel can be used in Cosmic nodes. I mean, so can Annihilators. I mean, that's my big, like also Annihilators, right? I don't know. There's so much good Cosmic and Legendary. I mean, Old Man Logan is why not mention Old Man Logan? Is Old Man Logan somehow shut down on the Cosmic Legendary nodes because that's like the most powerful character in the game, arguably. I don't know. So we'll think about it. Now, this is interesting. This is another big change or a new bit of information, something that might alter the way we plan for Dark Dimension 8, the characters that we take in. There are no gear requirements to enter Dark Dimension 8, and that's not a mistake. The first few missions are more forgiving. Now, I don't know if there are nodes that don't have any traits. I mean, it looks like there's not, but in every other Dark Dimension, there's a couple of nodes that kick this thing off that have no traits, where you can take any characters you want into them. Now, are those going to be the easy nodes? I don't know. Are the easy nodes going to be City Hero and City Villain? Are those going to be the easier ones? We don't know. But, that's speculation. We'll have to find out when it launches, but it's something to think about. And they're saying the first few missions are more forgiving than the usual Dark Dimension entrance, because we're inviting all commanders to step foot. I mean, what do they mean by all? Do they mean like brand new players? Are we talking like gear tier 12 can beat this? Like, what are we talking about here? But the difficulty is going to ramp up and it's going to get crazy is what they're going to say, like to normal Dark Dimension or worse. What I'm thinking is like the later nodes are literally going to require like multiple teams, because it seems way too easy to beat this the way it is right now. Like to get all the gear you need, it seems like too little for what a normal Dark Dimension is. Normally it would take me 6 months to a year to beat a Dark Dimension, and this one looks like it's going to take, I don't know, a couple of months, maybe. So I suspect that that might change, or that there might be some hidden difficulties, some hidden requirement in that you might need multiple teams to take on the later nodes. There are a lot of cosmic and legendary characters. I don't know. There are node rewards. You're going to be able to get ravens, which I imagine is some kind of tool to on a milestone to get a better Odin or something. Tier 4's Mega Orbs, Elite 7 Diamond Orbs, Mega Orbs. And yep, this is what I saw coming. They do have purple Isotope 8 ions and credits on the nodes, and Crimson Mini Uniques. So doing the nodes in order is the way to go, because that's going to help you power up. That's going to help you get into the later nodes, get you more credits to make it easier for you. I don't know how easier. I don't know how important that'll be. We'll know on launch. When you beat it the first time, you get yellow stars on Odin, and you get a refund of purple Isotope 8 credits and ions. That's great. And Crimson gear. And you get another refund when you beat it the second time. And then there's some spoilers on here if you care about that sort of thing. They're announcing that Blade is coming, and that he won't be a legendary. There's an upcoming legendary and Blade. I mean, Professor X, I don't know. Null, I don't know what's going on. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I play the game that's in front of me. I don't play the game that's 6 months from now. There's no reason to do that. There's going to be some milestones that'll get you even more credits. And then, for the first 10 people that beat the game, they get to feel special about themselves, but we all know the truth. And let's talk about the Dark Dimension 8 planner, because that's where we're going to go now. So this is my plan that I've had, but I'm going to show you who I have kind of locked in, who I actually have some purple Isotope 8 on, whether it be level 1 or level 3. It doesn't really hurt to put level 1 on characters. It doesn't cost a lot. I wouldn't recommend doing it heavily, but if you're debating putting Isotope 8 level 3 on a character and you need like that damage, like especially strikers, if you want an extra 5% damage right now and you know it's a character you're going to take into Dark Dimension 8, doing level 1 isn't the worst expenditure. It literally costs 1 crystal and like 7,000 ions, so it's not a big deal. So like Robbie, I have one crystal on, level 1 purple striker, just to get the extra 5% damage. And I think I do want to take him in, especially now thinking that the opening nodes are going to be easier than a normal Dark Dimension. For City Villain, I have locked in Vulture, Craven, and Lizard. I don't think I put any purple on Global Hero, and that's kind of open. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Non-legendary Global Villain, I did put a level of Isotope 8 on Apocalypse. And I don't think I did anything for Annihilators yet. I did put one level on Old Man Logan, because the Skirmisher level 1 gives an extra 15% damage to assist. That's crazy for Old Man Logan. Another great character for that is Nebula, of all people. If you're using Infinity Watch, having an extra 15% damage every time Nebula assists can be rather devastating. But the best character to put that on right now is Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan with an extra 15% damage every time he assists, and anytime anyone attacks, he assists, can be stupid good. So that Skirmisher class has a very OP level 1 given the right character. Now, I'm going to leave Mephisto here. I don't have Mephisto unlocked yet, but they've told us we should add him. Now, the other bit of information that they gave us is that, hey, you're going to want Super Skrull. You know, they just told us flat out, like, you're going to want Super Skrull. I think Old Man Logan is a given as well, and that's why I've already locked him in. I can't see anyone doing this without him. But these are the characters that I'm kind of married to right now. I already have some purple on them. I'm already in there in some way, shape, or form, either level 3 or level 1. Or the developers have flat out told me, you know, these characters, you're going to want them. Okay? Which they did with Super Skrull, which they did with Mephisto. So, that leaves us, now we're trying to balance these traits, and this has been my problem, is it's hard to balance these traits out. Now, why do we want to balance the traits? I feel like a broken record. I've explained this many times. Yes, you do have some player agency in which crystals you go after. However, you will not have the same agency when it comes to which events they run. When they run events, they're probably going to run events between now and the next, 6 months. They're going to run an event where they're going to give you like a full set of blaster. They're going to run an event where they give you a full set of brawler, controller, protector, support. And so if you don't account for that in your plan, you're going to end up with ions that you didn't plan on using until you get over to, legendary, and then you're short or you're over. You want to do this like as perfectly as possible, assuming that you're only going to get enough ions to get as many characters as you need to go into this. If you want to do this most efficiently, you're going to want to spread those traits out. You're not going to want to take, 25 protectors. That's going to hurt you in the end. For the way this is going to, shake out over time with event rewards. Primarily event rewards. And we've already seen this happen, by the way. This isn't speculation. This has already happened. I believe they ran an event where they gave us controller isotope 8 crystals. Purple. It was centered around Hank Pym. And so they're probably going to have more of that as time goes on. So balancing this makes sense. I don't think you have to worry about balancing the origin traits. I don't think that's a big deal. But you might want to balance the other stuff. So, all right. City Hero being first and City Hero being easy. Now, it would be absolutely foolish to ignore Spider Society. Spider Society is a meta team in both raids right now. So it's double dipped into both raids. It's a great Cosmic Crucible defense. It's a great team. You could take the whole damn team. The one character you have to take is Peter Parker Spider-Man. Like, that guy's way too good. Now, I would also suggest taking characters that you have 3 diamonds on. But probably not as important for the opening nodes. The second most important character of Spider Society has got to be Penny. Penny is really irreplaceable. She does so much damage and debuff clearing and buff clearing. And she's just a crazy good character with a stun on her special. I think she has a stun on her ultimate as well. It's crazy. She's a crazy good character. Now this becomes specific. So I would say every single player of Marvel Strike Force should take Peter, Penny, and Robbie. Why Robbie? Because he's a blaster. We're not going to find a lot of blasters. His damage is unreal. And he's a great character in Cosmic Crucible. And anywhere else you're ever going to need him. He's going to be like kind of a forever character. He's very, very good. Think Icarus, Kestrel, that kind of level of character. He's extremely powerful. He's got that ability block. He's very fast. You're always going to find a use for him. So not including him in your plan is going to be a misstep, I think. I would say at this point, the single most valuable member of his team, other than Black Cat, Secret Defenders, and Peter and Penny are your linchpins for Spider Society. Now, your other 2 characters for City Hero is going to come down to who you got diamonds on, who you've invested in. For me, I've got 3 diamonds on Pav. I just got lucky and pulled it. So I'm just going to go with them. And then you could bank on Moon Knight. There is this Blade team coming, the Night Stalkers team. Moon Knight's going to be on it, but I don't know. I would be really into it if he was a blaster. I'd be really into it if his rework had already hit. We can assume that the Night Stalkers are coming in the next patch. Actually now is new information, because you're going to earn diamonds on Blade. So they're going to have to put him in the game. You can't earn diamonds on a character that doesn't exist, right? So I would say Monday, Blade's going to be in the game, which means Night Stalkers is going to activate. Maybe even the rework will activate. Jeez, I didn't even think about this until this moment, guys. Well, if you want to take the most meta characters, maybe Moon Knight's the way to go. I was hoping we could wait on it. Quite honestly, I liked it better when City Hero was second, because then I could do my villains and wait for Night Stalkers to drop and make my decision then. I mean, I could do Ghost Spider. I could do Spider-Man Noir, but that's not really as future-proof as Night Stalkers. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw Moon Knight into my plan. It feels a little stupid. It's actually going to short me on crystals, which could be a problem. I do have, because yeah, I'm using like 2 brawlers now on the opening, and I've already used brawlers on my second. I don't know, man. I might need to change this plan. I do have some extra crystals that I have not opened yet. I could throw it into brawler. Let's see how the plan shakes out. I might change my mind on that, but that might be ultimately what I want to do. And I wouldn't do this unless they gave me the information that the opening nodes were going to be very easy. I think with 3 members of Spider Society and Robbie, I don't really have to worry about bringing in Moon Knight, even if he totally sucks. All right, City Villain. I just want to use some other traits now in City Villain. I want to stay away from Brawler. I've already decided to take like a ton of Brawlers right away for whatever reason. So that's what I'm looking at to do here. I think Mysterio is a good choice. I know a lot of people are taking Red Goblin, but I don't like that he's a protector. I don't like that Carnage is a brawler now, so I might not take Carnage either. I don't know, man. There's a lot of garbage here. I guess probably Red Goblin. Look, it's what everyone's doing. He's the most important character of Hive Mind, so I'll go ahead and throw him in there. We're already leaning towards more protectors than I want to use. Like, we already have 5 brawlers and 4 protectors. So, like, we're kind of done with... I don't really want to take brawlers and protectors anymore. I want to work on the other classes. Global Hero. Global Hero. Thinking about what characters are going to be the most meta, the most sustainable. Extreme X-Men is still very vital. Illuminati is great. Like, I want to take as much Illuminati as possible still. I think Illuminati is still a very valuable team. It's going to be a very valuable team. It gets better the stronger it is. If it is weak, it's not going to do as much as if it's strong. It's not going to last as long, so you want that in that team. All right, what do I got now? If I add my 3 new members of Illuminati, and I don't think you're going to want to mess around with Mr. Fantastic or Iron Man. If you have Captain Britain, then you should bring Captain Britain. If I'd say the replacement for Captain Britain is Black Knight, I'm not going to bring Black Knight. I just made this decision yesterday. I'm like, I'm not bringing Black Knight. He's done. He does everything he needs to do. Giving him more purple. Plus, I've got a problem with Black Knight, and I like to switch him between Striker and Fortifier, and I'm only going to do one of those classes, so forget it. I'll grab Black Knight like on my second run or whatever. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of done with protectors now. I really need to put blasters in here. For Global Hero, I'm really low on blaster, so I'm going to bring Gambit. Gambit is a phenomenal blaster. He's one of the best blasters in the game, so I'm going to bring him. Now, do I have another global blaster that I can bring that will have some value in the end game? That's the question. Let's look at our options. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, hell no. We're not going to do that. We got some shield minions. We're not doing that. There's no damn way. Iron Man, Iron Patriot, no, that's not going to happen. Or War Machine, I guess, yeah. Elsa, no. I see a lot of characters that have just been power crept out, that are no longer useful. You got Cyclops. I mean, you could do Cyclops. Sunspot isn't bad. You know, Alpha Flight's okay. It's not the most meta thing you can do. I wouldn't invest any more into Pegasus. Sunspot is probably one of the better options for blasters. I really don't want to take him, but he's pretty... That might be like the next best blaster to use here, and I'm really going to be low on... That's really it. Oh, I don't love it. So, like, Cyclops or Sunspot. You know, if you want to take another blaster into global, that's kind of what you're stuck with. I don't know if anything is coming. I don't know. I don't like it. The best mutant to bring would be Nightcrawler. The best extra global hero to bring would be like Nightcrawler or Spider-Weaver. But we got a Protector and a Brawler, which I'm trying to stay away from. I'm trying not to bring any more of those in here. I might have to just suck it up and bring another Brawler and take Nightcrawler, because the combination of Nightcrawler and Gambit's going to be very good. You probably got diamonds on Nightcrawler, or you should have diamonds on Nightcrawler. He's a better character. All right, I really can't take any more Brawlers, and in fact, I wish I could get rid of one. I don't think I would change any of this. The thing I might change is not take Moon Knight. But we'll see. All right. Global Villain. I think we've got some good choices over here in Global Villain now. Now we have the new... Global Villain isn't for a while. So I want to take Nimrod. I want to get another blaster. I want to take Nimrod. I don't want to take Sentinel. But I do want to take Omega Sentinel, because I got another Protector here. I want to stay away from that. So that's pretty great. You could take Dr. Doom. A lot of people take Dr. Doom up to tier 19. I was going to take Cabal. But Cabal is... I mean, I could take some of Cabal. It's better to take all of Cabal. But that's another Brawler. Right? That's another Brawler in Namor. And then it's going to limit me from what else I'm going to do, because I've already got Apocalypse. I've got Apocalypse in here. I'm going to have Omega Sentinel and Nimrod. Those guys are the most meta, the newest. I think this is where I'm doing most of my... This is where the massive changes are hitting me the most. Is where I'm going like, all right, I'm not doing Cabal. I did Cabal for Dark Dimension 7, but maybe I'm not doing it in Dark Dimension 8. Maybe I'm doing something else to get these traits more balanced up here. Because I can't lock myself into another Brawler, really. That doesn't make any sense to think about doing that. I'd rather do some other traits. To get another blaster in here, though, I might do Iron Patriot. I think that if you're going to take one Cabal member, Iron Patriot is maybe the best with that special and his ultimate. Like, his moves are kind of the best on their own. He works way better with his team. But knowing that we're going to be short, I might just want to do that. And then I need to take controllers. And one of the best controllers in the game is still going to be Dr. Doom. I'm really leaning towards Dr. Doom here. Let me see if I see any other controllers that have more value than Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is always nice in Dark Dimension 2. When he hits that ultimate, you're going to kill some characters. So I'm going to do Dr. Doom, which I didn't think I was going to do. But I've taken him up to gear tier 19 already. So we'll go ahead and use him. We'll go ahead and go for it. And now our traits are looking fairly balanced. We're a little heavy on brawlers right now, but everything else is pretty clear. So as long as I take, I've got 2 more spots for Legendary Cosmic. As long as I take a blaster, controller, support, some mix, as long as I stay away from brawlers and protectors on Legendary Cosmic, I'm good. Now keep in mind with Super Scroll, it's going to be better if I take 1 hero, 1 villain, so that I get all of his powers unlocked. Because I already have 1 hero and 1 villain, so I need another hero and villain. That's what I'm going to look to do. Kind of an interesting puzzle to solve. I do like the way they have this laid out. It leads to some interesting kind of theory craft. More interesting than what we do when we do it by origin trait, quite honestly. All right, so I'm looking for a hero and a villain. I want to take an Annihilator. I'm going to take Gore. Because, I mean, I didn't think I was going to snub Annihilators, but maybe I am. I mean, most of their powers are locked behind Arena anyways, so I'm not losing a ton. So I'm not going to take Gladiator. I'm not going to take Thanos. I'm going to take Gore. He's a villain. Now I want a hero. I want 1 hero that I can bring in here that's going to give me the most benefit. And that's going to be of a desirable trait. I mean, oh man, I wish I could take Kang. What a great blaster. Kang tends to be a bit squishy anyways. Can't do Rogue. She's a protector. I could bring in Void Knight. Void Knight's really good. And he's the right kind of trait too. So Void Knight's definitely on the table. I'm leaning towards Void Knight unless I see another phenomenal hero in this list. You got normal Silver Surfer. Now, he is part of the Annihilators. He is a blaster. I do like those things. However, I just don't find him to be that. He's like the worst member of the team. I think even Ultimus has more value than him. You could bring in Nova. He's a good blaster. I wouldn't call you dumb if you took Nova. You can do worse than Nova. But I don't know what his value really is anymore. I think Void Knight's value is a little higher. I'm going to go for Void Knight. Which is another thing I didn't think I would do. And I think that's my plan, everybody. Given the recent information, given the news, and this should balance things out pretty well. Yeah, it's pretty good. I got 4 blasters, 6 brawlers, 5 controllers, protectors, and support. So it's a pretty balanced set of characters. And I think we've got some pretty good teams here. The choice that I'm debating the hardest is Moon Knight. I could put another character in there other than Moon Knight. I could switch out Moon Knight for Spider-Man Noir and it would be a perfect plan. Which maybe I should do. Honestly, Noir has a lot of value in Cosmic Crucible. I'm gonna switch out for Noir, but I might change my mind. It depends on when that rework hits. If that rework hits Monday and Moon Knight looks like a beast, it looks like a really... Because there's also a world where Moon Knight's the worst member of that team. There's also definitely a world where Moon Knight is a garbage rework. So right now we're perfectly balanced with 5 of each trait. I like this. We're missing Ghost Spider for City Hero to make the Spider Society team complete. And it's kind of a pain because I do have 3 diamonds on her. But I don't know. I'm happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this. All right, let me know what you're doing down in the comments below. Let me know if this helped you out. Let me know if you're going to be able to go into Dark Dimension 8 the day it launches. And Gravediggers, keep digging.
He is I, and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Nat Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, Gravediggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, Gravediggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck. I kind of like Son of a Digger, and so I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel, so make sure, grave diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one happy private party, saying what up to the grave diggers and doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves. So, you probably want to do it.